So, guys, I'm gonna start giving y'all like really random story times about some of my life events, since I go through so much crazy shit. But today's story time gonna be about like everything, like, whether it's trips, relationships, or anything of that nature. But I'm gonna do it on my worst relationship. That sounds like the juiciest, so I'm gonna start off with that. If you ever come in on another story time, just know, you know. Well, this is the first one, so why would I even say that? But yeah. So my worst relationship was with, I like to specify about the zodiac signs and all of that. I really be looking into that because, once you're more aware of yourself, you know who you should and shouldn't be around. So at the time, I didn't know I'm a fire sign, I'm a Leo, so anything water sign wasn't really, for me truly. But at the time, it was no sparks. Like the first time I met this person, no sparks. Plus, she wasn't for me, she was for somebody else. A friend at that, right? So, cool. This is the startup, this is the meeting point. So, she got with my friend, and then they were together, and I had a girlfriend at the time. So, she wasn't my worst relationship, that's why I'm not talking about that. But from that point, it was like, there's a whole lot of confusion, because while I was with the girl that I was with, she had sensed that, she could tell she was also a water sign. I ain't gonna say what exact one, but water sign. So she sensed that the other girl liked me. So me being who I was, I'm very playful. So, cause the type of person I am, I'm not gonna go for nothing unless you expect me to go for it. Like if you think, he might do this because he a bad person, then what's stopping me from doing it? So that's what I ended up showing, because after she had, quote unquote, left me, that girl that I was with, after I found it out, she had somebody over her house and she lied about it. It ain't the fact that she did that, it's the fact that she lied about it and ended it. So I ended that. So I went to the other girl, and then from there, it was like she had a lot of stuff going on in her home and all of this. So I let her stay. I was sneaking in her house, all types of shit. Parents ain't know, surprisingly. She had a son at that, so I was a whole stepdad out here, y'all. So from that point, it was like, what are we gonna do? So she ended up sending her son to her mom, and then me and my parents had gotten into it. So after that, I had left with her, and then we started staying somewhere. And long story short, where we started staying wasn't really right, because when you stay with a lot of people, people tend to do some real grimy stuff to you, especially when loving and kind and stuff like that in the streets and all of that. So it ended up being grimy. So we ended up staying with somebody else who we had met there, but he didn't stay there. So we ended up going with him, really traveling downtown Atlanta. Yeah, downtown Atlanta. We wasn't really terrorizing the streets or nothing like that, but we was outside just, having fun, doing regular stuff at that time. So shortly after, days go by. While she's with me, she started texting back, the dude who she once used to be with. So we started, messing with each other. She found out that dude, my friend at the time, was cheating on her. So I'm like, okay, free game at that point. But before that, Me and her was walking down the streets. He had pulled a gun on us, all types of crazy stuff. I don't mean to skip past that, but yeah, it ain't too important though. What happened after? So, blah blah blah. We went about a couple weeks strong. Then she started texting him, and then she ended up going back to him, started staying with the dude at his college. So, of course, I'm like, why would I be left alone? With nobody. For me. That was silly. So from there, I had got with the girl that he was cheating on her with. And then, at that time, it was really all get back and all of this and that, but it was childish, truly. So from there, we ended up being cool. I ended up seeing him, pressing the issue. I ain't even gonna go into detail too much of what happened. Just know the issue got pressed and, it was handled. So, from there, we ended up going to, I forgot where we started going, but I had started getting more noticed and popular, like, with my Instagram, because I had about 20K at the time, but I used to not show my face, so nobody really knew that was me. So that's why I even, started over with my social medias and this YouTube page, because I didn't have so many. They had a good following, but, if you're not really truly showing yourself off, then it ain't nothing to really be proud of. And I want some shit that I can be proud of, so that's why I'm doing this. But after that, I had went into, like, I want to say, the popular side of the entertainment industry and stuff, like with, I don't know if y'all heard of FBG and all of them, but I was around them peoples. So I ended up partying with them, going outside, being cool with them, being lit. And then took some months off, went back to my hometown, Chicago, and then out of nowhere, right, I'm eating. Old girl. Yeah, the one who went back to the dude at the college. Yeah, I'm bringing it back up because that's what happened. I was going to say, she ended up posting on a mutual friend of ours' page, and I seen her. And I'm like, okay, she obviously want my attention. Yeah, I know y'all thinking, this nigga delusional, but nah, she did. So, after I realized that, I'm like, okay, let me text her. Text her, realized she definitely did that for my attention. She just didn't think I was going to, act on it, because I'm real bold. So, I acted on it, right? And then we ended up texting for about 2 months. So, I came back, from a little break in Chicago and came back to Georgia. And then I bought an Airbnb. The first one was about $800 or $700. And then we stayed there for like a week. It was cool, buying all the food, going on dates, all types of stuff. And I'm paying for everything, mind you. So the second one, it was about $600. We stayed there for about a couple of days, I think, or a week. But stayed there, bought the food, it was chill. And then something happened. Like, she ended up calling her boy best friend. Like, as y'all know, that's already a triple red flag right there. Because if you got a boyfriend, I don't feel like you need a boy best friend. Especially one that like you. Like, that's crazy. So I wasn't going for that. So I snapped out. I don't hit women at all. So I snapped, and then we ended up coming back together. So I'm like, so she was like, she was going to end all of that, so and so. So I'm like, everything cool, Airbnb date was up. So I ended up going back to a friend's house, or actually I went back to that situation that we had left from, but she wasn't with me, so I felt safe there because, they wasn't going to try me. Them type of people usually pick on people they feel like can't fend for themselves, and they know that I can, so I knew that I was good. So I ended up going back, and then I got a message talking about some, I don't think that I'm ready for a relationship. I mean, Could have told me that after the first Airbnb or something. Would have saved me a lot of money, a lot of time. But nah, she waited, found that out, and then from there, it was just a whole lot of toxicity. So that's like true story time alone. Really mess with water signs no more, because it wasn't even the fact that, she kept going back to so and so and this and that. It was really the fact of lying and the fact of, miscommunication on purpose. Like when you trying to confuse me or tell me lies so it sound good but it's never true, then why would I be involved with that? So when I distanced from that, all that came with that, because that's, my natural state. I'm a giver. I'm a person who heal. Like bring healing energy. I spend money. So like when a person loses a person like me, it's like, oh damn, I gotta do whatever to get them back. So yeah, I was gonna say I received threats, but no. My parents didn't receive threats from the girl talking about, this and that, this and this and that. So I'm like, okay, this girl crazy. Like, wow. So after I seen that she would go to such lengths, and it wasn't even the fact that she was telling the truth, it was lies. Like, if you gonna spread something, at least let it be true. Don't be lying on my name. I don't like that at all. So after that, I just played distance, but I also had went back and forth just to know, what else she was gonna lie about, or, use against me, or how she lies about me. So I like to, really understand the mind of my opponent, if we're being honest. But I'm the type of person to see how you think if you're trying to get over on me, so I can always know how to get over. Like, I'm not gonna get played with in no regard. So after that, she ended up seeing, like, oh, you were never slow or naive. You were very lenient. And that's what I was just trying to show the whole time, because it's like, people can only play with you if you let them. And I had to let it be known that they were being let to play with me. Like, and it was really like a challenge of self-worth. So, I ain't gonna say, oh, water sounds bad or nothing like that, but I'm gonna say this for sure. If you're a fire sign and you don't know your worth, never do that, because you're gonna get very confused. Really don't give a nobody. It ain't even just a sign. Just don't give a nobody when you don't know your worth, because you're gonna get real confused. So with that, it was just even more confusion, because it was like, I know you're lying to me, but you're making it sound good, so should I stay? Because that's what I felt like everybody in the world was doing. But see, now, like, it just helped me grow into the person I am now and be in the relationship that I am now, because now I know that it was better out there, because I didn't settle, for the bullshit. I didn't settle for the lies. I won't ever do that. So after, finding out the truth, then I was able to move forward. When I kept messing with the past, I was stuck in it. So that was my worst relationship, and it was with a water sign. So it's probably what I'm naming this video. I'm gonna have more story times. They're gonna get better as time go on. Editing gonna get better. Sound quality, video quality, room quality, everything gonna get better. So just keep subscribing to me. Love y'all. Make sure y'all like and comment y'all favorite part. Even comment what y'all want me to have a story time about, because I got a lot of stories, and they all true. So it's like, ooh, is that a tear? Nah. Well, no. Maybe. But yeah, it's a lot of story times, and they all true. So I'm gonna keep y'all entertained any way I can. Love y'all.